I'm using my right hand to lengthen. And you can try it out. Try doing it without length and try doing it with length. It feels better while it's lengthened. It's maybe not quite as intense as if you're using your knee into the traps and you stop lengthening. That can be pretty intense. Danielle, do you want it to be a little more towards the back?
No, you perfectly right.
Okay. Pressure's good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Once again, I sit kind of, I guess, I don't know, what do y'all call it? What do you call this, Robert? Side saddle? What do y'all call it?
I think I would call it.
I don't know why I must name this side saddling, but.
That's what I would call it. That's how I say
You heard it here. Oh, is that trademarked?
Mm-hmm.
Other side tighter than this side? Is it better pressure? Let gravity do the work, guys. Just kind of hang out. I'm going to slowly come out. I'm going to go ahead and flip the opposite direction. So I'm going to show you a different way you could do this, right? So we could totally sit up on our knees like this. If this feels good to you, you can do this. I'm going to come down and just be more aware because you're stacked so much higher above your receiver. So I'm going to go ahead and just tilt her head down a little bit. And so there's a lot of redness here, but it's not bothering you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's where you were touching.
So we have her SCM here. We're going to go ahead and make sure we are behind that. These posterior neck muscles. And once again, going in with that flat part of your elbow, avoiding this point because that's not nice. We can sharpen it if while we're working the client is prepared and ready for that, but we do not go specific to general. We go general to specific. Woo! I could hear Danielle's moans beginning, so I realized I was letting gravity do too much work. I needed to kind of back off for my friend. You like a little more towards the back?
Mm-hmm.
She said right there, right there. So I'm going to stop and just hang out. Too much. Better there? I think that sitting this way is probably not good for me working on Danielle because she doesn't like a lot of pressure, and it's far too easy to give pressure while I'm sitting up on my feet like this. So in the future, I probably would never work on her this way, but I just wanted to show you that there are many options. But I mean, I imagine for some people sitting on your feet probably isn't that comfortable. It took me a little while for my feet to open up and me to be able to sit comfortably on my feet as I do all the time with doing ties. So you get there. You just meet yourself where you're at as well. This work, when you're receiving it, can be so intense, so much sensation. But once we finally let off the compression, it feels so good. So I have to remind myself sometimes while I'm receiving this work, just let it be, just keep breathing, and I'm going to feel much better once we're done. This work is some of the only work that helps me personally with my neck issues post-car accident. I've had a couple of them back to back, that 15 and 16, that still bother me, and this is the only work that helps unlock those issues. So if you have any clients that have been in car accidents, they might love it if they're anything like me. So my elbow is naturally just kind of sliding, I realize. You like it?
I do, but it's not like yours. It wants to give me pressure.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It feels good now.
Okay, good.
You're definitely right about this video.
Yeah, it's too much.
For me.
Oh yeah. It's good to know, though. It's good for me to sometimes, I mean, just to point those things out so you guys at home can understand the different positions. Just think about it. If you stack your body over your receiver more, it will be more pressure. Gravity will do its job.